it is Crystal with Pineapple Papers, and I have a design team project for Color Rush Studio. So I am using one of the exclusive cut files, and it is these film strips. And so I am going to back them with some of the tissue paper just to give a little bit of differentiation. I didn't want to back it with multiple different pieces of paper, and I didn't have small enough photos for this. And the reason I didn't want to do it with different papers is because I decided to use this kind of ledger type paper, and it's really busy as it is as far as color goes. So I thought cutting the cut file out in black would be good. And I think the black and white stars totally goes with kind of the movie theme, which is kind of what I am going for. So the kit's names for the month of August are good times. And so I hope you are documenting some good times when you get this kit. And I decided to document some older good times. So this picture is pretty old. I'm not exactly sure how old it is. So if anybody can tell me when Dante's Peak came out, that's probably about when this came. So this was a trip that my Nana had taken my sister and I to Universal Studios. And as you can see, she's little. And what is she turning? 37? So this was a few years ago. Obviously, I am very young and thin. So they had like a thing where you could like pose, and so we pretended like we were running like they were. So that was kind of our fun thing. So I thought that the movie reel would totally go, being that it's Universal Studios and we're in front of kind of a movie set type thing. So I'm going to go ahead and map my photos with 2 of the pattern papers from the kit. And I am going to do kind of that darker arrow paper as my first layer. And then I'm going to do a bigger one, which is actually the other side, which is kind of that blue, teal, and white arrows. No, they're not arrows. They're triangles. So I'm going to do a bigger mat, and I'm going to put my cut files behind that and put my photo on top. So I do want to add another layer of frazzle, and I like this gingham. And so I'm just going to actually decide to put it on one side, just this right side. I felt like it would be too heavy to put it on both sides. And if I put it in the middle, it's pretty thick. So I felt like it would cover up too much of the cut files, and I didn't want to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and put those there. And then I am going to start digging through the ephemera. So I know I want to create a cluster off to the right-hand side of the photo, and I also want to create a cluster in the upper left-hand corner. So I'm going to start with some tickets. I think tickets are good for a movie, right? And then I found this one that says, "Let's go have some fun." I thought that was really cute. So I'm going to start my cluster at the top with that. Now I'm playing with the acrylic kit and deciding if I want to use the family fun or if I want to use the good times. Either one would have worked, but I felt like the family fun definitely popped off the page a little bit more. So I'm also going to get the wood veneer ticket on here as well, and that's going to kind of beef up that right hand side. And then I saw these black and white little flourish things, and I was like, I wonder how many of those are in here. And so I'm going to end up finding 3 of them. So I can basically put them in the 2 clusters and one down below the title. So each of those areas is going to get one of those clusters. So I'm going to pop in this like little tent top. I forget what the actual thing was. It was the cotton candy. I don't have any cotton candy stuff, and our fair doesn't come till September, so I won't have any fair photos. So I am using the photos I have now. And so I liked that. I'm going to go ahead and put that up there. I found the other flourish. I'm going to add one of these palms. I think they're just so fun. I'm going to end up deciding on the red one down there at the bottom. I was thinking about this blue or green. That one's actually green. And I was going to put it up here, but then I decided that there wasn't really a third color I wanted to add. And so I just felt like one was better. I do tend to lead towards odd numbers when I scrapbook. So, you know, you have 3 clusters, you have 1 or 3 or 5 of whatever. And so I did swap out those tickets with the like price tickets, but I don't really feel like that matters or changes anything. Because trust me, nothing at Universal Studios costs 10, 25, 30, and whatever the last one is cents. Like, that's just not a thing. So I did add a die cut star up to the top, and I'm going through some of my extras, and I found this acrylic star, and so I'm going to put that up at the top. I like that a lot better. I'm thinking about adding in this arrow, but that doesn't stay. And I think I end up putting the die cut star that I had at the top. I'm going to put that down at the bottom there. So they are going to both get some stars. And then, of course, I said I like to do things in odd numbers, and now there's 2 stars. But there's 1 die cut star and there's 1 acrylic star if you need some justification. But that is going to do it for this layout. So I really hope that you have enjoyed seeing this come together. Make sure you head over to the shop and get your hands on this kit and subscribe, and definitely use the cut files. Plus, you get the kit at a cheaper price as well. So there is my final layout. If you have any questions, leave them down below. And remember to clear your stuff, and I will see you next time.